Okay, so is everyone here? Do we have everyone? Before I
Yeah.
get us started?
Well, you know.
Cool.
Yeah,
Alright.
I think so.
Um,
So today's plan, we crash a wedding.
yeah, so, what happened 2 weeks ago? If anyone remembers, what happened 2 weeks ago?
Mary finally got
We
her
had
jetpack.
some shore leave.
Yeah, that's decent description. Well done. Yeah,
During the shore leave, Mary got a jetpack. Eliza got a dog. I got the captain to go take Sumac, to help us retake Sumac. Mary's wedding's going on sometime soon, and Zai did stuff. No, Zai left and replaced with someone else.
It's an engagement ceremony.
Same thing.
cool. So that definitely did happen. Yeah, Mary started on her road to getting her jetpack. Matt died. And things were good.
Perfect.
I'll just give Matt a
And
chance.
Sai is apparently being replaced with an anime character.
Yeah, definitely. That's the one.
Called Fuji.
Yeah, she has like 4 different names. Yeah. Okay. So, we'll come back to like basically where we left off. If I remember correctly, I think Elijah was in her hotel room thing with her robe and her dog. I can't remember what everyone else was.
Sai is with me.
Yep.
Vincent was at his brother's house with the captain.
Yep. So yeah, Vincent and the captain and Vincent's brother, Anton? Is that his name?
Yeah.
Anton? Yeah, just had a conversation about Sumac. I believe... Mary and Zai were at the palace, or just left the palace?
We'd left the palace and probably returned to the Vincent Estates, which is like a off the beaten path English style manor on a hill with goats.
Has to have goats.
It's obviously a disguised bunker. I mean, come on. It's got like gun emplacements, sniper stuff, and
And the goats are actually landmines, aren't they?
What the fuck did I miss?
We're currently describing the Vincent's estate.
Yeah, so
which is where Zai currently is.
It's like a giant hill,
No,
on a hill.
Okay.
With goats, and
Full of
there's like
goats.
servants, and there's gun emplacements, and obviously it's a hidden bunker, so there's like a, basement.
So it's not
plus. Well, you kind of have to know the beat. Old manors, they have like hidden passages. It's gonna be awesome. So the basement, you have like a bear's head with a claymore that's stuck in its jaws, and you have to pull the claymore out to get the door to swing open. It's perfect.
Clearly, yeah, it's intense. It's very intense. Okay.
I'm telling you, all the goats are primed to explode.
Obviously, why? Like, are you telling me there's a reason for the goats?
I thought it was cyber goats that had like laser eyes.
I don't understand the Irish.
No one does. It's okay. All right. So, married, and Justin, you were with your friend, I think. Where were you?
He was getting shit-faced in a bar.
I remember that. He was definitely getting shit-faced in a bar at some stage.
Last week. We had a drinking contest and Elijah cheated.
Yeah, that's right.
He
Elijah
doesn't have voice thing. I don't think he can speak.
He should be able to. I can change him, but yeah, he should be able to anyway. There you go.
Can you speak now?
Justin.
Oh my god.
Or is Justin dead? Justin, did you die?
I think he died.
He's there. Yeah, he's just saying, hold up. His mic, probably.
Yeah.
Can I call Jinx on you and like Liam and Jake? Is that
What?
So
Jinx?
there's this guy called Preston wandering the estates, obviously giving you quests.
He has an exclamation point above his head. Yeah, definitely. Okay, so is there anything anyone wants to do like specifically? So you've got there's a wedding that's happening like in like a week ish. There's the jetpack testing, which I don't think we've got an exact date for yet.
We're like in a day or two, isn't it?
Yeah, it was within the next like couple days.
It was
that-
just before Zai left.
Yeah,
The only big things are like the wedding or whatever the fuck it is, the jetpack,
The jetpack
and then
testing.
Zai's departure.
yeah. So is there anything in particular that like you guys want to do particularly in that time?
I just got most else aside.
Cool.
Kinsley just introduces herself like.
Well, we could always invite a fortune seer to the Vincent Estates.
For
And,
fuck's sake.
you know, have a bit of psychedelic dream journey tripping.
Definitely a solid idea.
Yeah.
Does anyone come back to the ship? Because that's pretty much where Kinsley's living, I guess.
That's
Oh,
good.
poor
Yeah.
Kinsley.
Does anyone visit the ship at any point in time? I mean,
No,
the
he's
captain.
probably staying at his brother's house.
The captain would be there too. The captain. Would be
Okay,
on
cool.
the
Then
ship.
she's just hanging out with the captain.
Yeah, cool.
Like, I guess
And
they're just
BB.
reminiscing.
And
Like,
BB.
got like 18 years to catch up on.
I've already had my visit to the ship. I'm fine.
Yeah. The captain, Laura, and I've got to stop calling her captain now. Laura and Kinsley are just catching up now.
Sure.
I guess.
Vincent and his brother are probably just planning what's going on, like what they're going to do.
Okay. Yeah. Just like send me anything that like is important out of that planning.
I suppose we take the armor out. I mean, we're gonna have to install it with jetpack stuff.
Yeah. So that stuff would be like you'd have to organize the transfer of the armor from the ship to the Royal Engineers.
Yeah.
So yeah, they've got it all to
That
the
would
point
help
where they
with
think
that,
it's
I think,
working. But yeah, they just need to install it and actually go for it now.
It's gonna be perfect. I'm gonna break all my legs. It's gonna be great.
Oh yeah, several legs are gonna be broken. It's
I'm also looking into where my super mech is.
okay, sure.
Where is my super mech?
My only goal for this session is not to have to talk to myself.
Obviously, I bring Sai so that our resident role player with 2 characters.
That's
get
really
converse with
convenient, Matt,
himself.
because that's my 100% goal is to get Kinsley and Zai to at least converse once.
I'm going to have to.
I'd love to. It's gonna. Kinsley wants to meet Zai. Zai doesn't know Kinsley.
I literally just want like a half an hour of me just sitting back and just watching you talk to yourself. It'd be beautiful.
That would be amazing.
Okay, so yeah, Mary, you said you dragged Zai along to the ship to get the armor transferred.
We have they wake up at the morning with, you know, Mary's chopping wood and being awesome and Irish. And she's like, Sai, we're gonna have to visit the ship to pick up the power armor for the Royal Engineers. Do you want to come?
All right, Mary. I guess I feel like it will be slightly awkward going back there since I've already said my goodbyes and everything, but sure.
You're always awkward. This won't be any different.
I mean, you've already delayed it by a week, so this means nothing.
That's what Zai means.
Yeah, and then they get
he goes
into
along.
like a nice car and they drive off.
It's like a stretch limo.
No, it's like a old gasoline car, like a Shelby or some serious
Oh,
American muscle.
Rich people
I mean, it's-
in the future are disgusting.
I mean, it's no Lamborghini, but yeah.
Who is chewing?
Me, sorry.
Welcome
You
back.
alive, Jake?
He's just trying to.
Is it working now?
Yes, got you.
Yeah, that's much better.
Yeah, I needed to restart it. I don't know why.
Okay, cool. So yeah, Zai, you're being dragged onto the ship to oversee the transfer of this armor.
Yeah, he knows where it is. So I guess he like when he gets on board, because he's still tapped into the
Yeah.
ship's
So
shit. He would just be he would just ask BB who's the other life form on the ship.
yeah. So
Or who are the life
that's
forms on the ship?
so
'Cause
as
he
you're on
wouldn't
your
recognize
way,
one of them.
as you're on your way, BB says like, Captain, Zai and Mary have entered the spaceport. I believe they're coming for the armor. It seems logical. And Mary said, the captain says, Kinsley, how about meeting the rest of the crew?
Sounds good to me, Laura.
So yeah,
Assume we're going to be with them for a while, so let's get to it.
yeah. So she walks you down to the like the cargo entrance basically, and yeah, when Zai walks onto the ship, there's the captain and there's this other woman standing next to the captain.
Okay, sure. So Zai, okay. This is easier as a GM because you can jump between time. So Kinsley's just she salutes them both. What's your rank, Mary?
Oh, it's private first class.
It's Vincent. Yeah, so she would salute you, Private First Class Mary Vincent. Pleasure to meet you. And she like extends her hand out.
Oh,
I just need
Mary's gonna be like, oh yeah, it must be the new replacement, and then she just, grabs your hand and she gives you a big tussle, a hug.
Okay, I just want to quickly find her rank because she would introduce herself like that. I don't have this prepared because I'm a noob. Yeah, she's I'm Sergeant Fuji Kinsley. Please don't call me Fuji. And she grins. And then she looks over to the Zai, and she'd be like, I presume that's the alien, Laura? And she looks at the captain.
Captain nods.
Oh yeah, he's our fairy. Are you our fairy too? Do you do computer stuff?
No. Sorry. And
Aw.
he would look at her and cock his head and, well, I was replaced fast. I guess the Natashans are
It might
efficient.
be that they're here to replace the other sergeant.
The captain says, we need to keep this squad operational. There's no telling when the shore leave will be cut short. We're first responders.
I take it this isn't my replacement as the computer specialist. I assume I think I've blanked on names. I assume Vincent will take that role. Have detected some cybernetics reminiscent of my own, if not slightly more primitive.
Captain says, indeed, it'd be helpful for him to be able to show that side.
Well, we can't have
Well-
you stealing all the glory and wishing that you were back all the time. We need Vincent to show off, you know.
Well, he definitely does excel at. He looks at Laura. He looks at Kinsley, and he just like, yeah, I know, right? And he just says, "So you know I'm an alien?" And she just, "That's the rumor," and he just like pulls down his helmet, and he extends his hand. Pleasure to meet you, Kinsley. I'm Zyga. I shake hands. Though he says, I do have something to do. I will go and retrieve your armor now, Mary, if that's okay, Captain.
She nods.
Just walks off and does that. Kinsley just raises an eyebrow at the cap. That's an awkward little bugger, isn't he?
Always
Yeah,
has been.
just don't try to get into his pants. Then he gets even more awkward.
I mean, is there anything down there? He seems to be just scales.
I have no idea.
She raises an eyebrow at you. Yeah, that's all. Zai,
Cool.
Zai just goes and retrieves the armor.
Yeah, so Mary and Zai, you can retrieve the armor and bring it back to the Royal Engineers. That's fine. And yeah, they go about fitting up the armor with the jetpack. They reckon it's probably gonna take a couple of days before it's operational, but after that, yeah, they should be ready for the test. the test flight on there. Which
I
will
would
be-
help as much as he could with that.
Yeah, cool. All right. So if no one else does anything that day, the next day you'd get everybody in the squad. So Zai, basically everyone apart from Kinsley, because she wasn't involved at the time. You all get
Insulted.
a message, a comm, basically how to come back to the ship. Yeah, from the captain.
I assume we all go.
Yeah, Vincent takes a while, but he ends up showing. He gets there eventually.
Okay.
I'll probably be like the last one showing up.
Sure. Yeah, I imagine.
If it matters, Kinsley would just in the
Oh,
officer's
that's
lounge,
true.
like
Yeah, no.
chilling.
Also, there's this text I'm sending to each of you, so I'm going to be sending it to you, like Skype chats.
Yeah, it's just
Elijah
messages
probably
you
ends up
received
last.
From a drunk Aaron, like the day before.
Yeah.
I love you. I love you all so
Elijah's
much.
probably last.
Okay, sure.
Just realized that God damn it.
Yeah,
Yeah, that Aaron has been drunk for the past 24 hours, pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
Yes,
Aaron has
the
not
aspirin
stopped
didn't
drinking.
work, man. What do you think?
Aaron
So
Aaron
the
has
solution
not
is
stopped
just
drinking.
keep drinking.
Cool. So yeah, you arrive at the ship, and you see like waiting out the front. So as you guys all individually arrive, you see this. You see waiting at the front of the ship. There is a couple of people. It's let me quickly find the correct.
I mean, Elijah's arrival's probably a little bit of a spectacle.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So let's go through that. So, what happens when Elijah arrives?
Well, a motorcycle pulls up outside the ship, and someone steps off in full bike leathers, helmet and goggles on. And in a backpack is a dog with helmet and goggles on, which he lets out. The backpack onto the floor, and it follows her around, and she takes off her helmet. And obviously it's Elijah.
Yeah.
But yeah, she pulls up like as close as she can to like the group with the bike.
The captain like raises an eyebrow when you like put it like that. Okay.
So
I'm just waiting
I
for
think this is what you would call a kink.
something to load.
I thought that dog would be dead by now.
hey, he's got feelings. Don't Hey. He understands you, don't you, boy?
God,
And like she comes, and then she picks him up, puts her hands on either side of his ears, and just goes, "Yeah, he was dead briefly," and then puts him down again.
Only briefly.
only briefly. Like he was dead, but it wasn't very long.
Oh,
Like
you
2
should
seconds
come
or
home
something
and
like
have him talk to the goats. I'm sure they'll have a wonderful conversation.
that. No, keep him.
Are we inside of the ship now?
No.
No,
outside.
you'd be standing on the outside still.
When Vincent shows up, he's probably looking very busy, like just like texting people and talking to them on the phone and shit all the time.
Yeah.
Just trying to organize stuff.
Like he looks professional for the first time in his life.
Probably. No, he still looks like Vincent. He's not in a suit or anything. He just looks like he's very busy.
Yeah, he's talking
but
on
he's
the
not
phone,
drunk.
not a video conversation.
Okay.
And then you see Aaron just walk up, and he is not walking straight. He's almost on the ground, and he's enjoying it. He loves being on the ground. It's almost time for nap time, I think. I don't know what it is for him, but he's in pain. You can clearly see.
He's drunk. He's still very drunk. Slash hungover and drunk at the same time. It's great.
Yeah, no. it's a
Elijah goes up to him and
wonderful
slaps him on the
mixture.
back. Justin, take assistance, Trevor, and make a physical effect save of -2.
Okay. How
Or
much strength?
1.
One.
God.
Are you alright, Jake?
Wow. No, I'm not fine. Well, he doesn't make it.
Yeah, no,
Nope.
he's still very drunk. Okay, so when you rock up, there's three people standing there, like four figures, one being the captain. The other three are in like standard Natasha Navy like dress uniform. They've all got like various like insignias. So one being a sergeant, one being a specialist, and one being a private. The nice. So the specialist and the sergeant are female, and the private is male. And I guess you probably okay. So yeah, with the female steps forward, and she like who'd be in front? Like she'd offer her hand to whoever's in front. Who'd be
Probably still me.
okay? Yeah. So
Yeah, probably Elijah.
she steps forward and she offers her hand to Elijah. She says, I'm not sure if you remember me. We were the squad you pulled out on. I can't remember the name of the planet, but yeah, it's the squad that you pulled out after you blew up the facility.
Huh.
She says, my name's Fawn. Abigail Fawn. I'm not sure you'd remember
Yes,
us,
hello.
but you saved our asses
No,
back
I-
then.
I would like
remember you.
yes, I would have instantly remembered them because he
Yeah.
would like just facial recognition and shit would have like
Yeah, so it's a Sergeant Fawn, a Specialist Stafford, and a Private Garcia, being the three surviving members of that squad,
Yeah.
who got pulled out. And you see the sergeant who's standing there. She has like it looks relatively fresh, like a relatively fresh scar. Like you can kind of see it in the collar of her uniform. It's around her like collarbone, going up onto like her neck. She's got a relatively fresh, looks like a burn. Yeah, she says we wouldn't have made it out if it wasn't for you. Thank you. I can't say that enough.
Yeah, just did our
What
job.
he's doing says, good to see you're alive.
She says
what was the one that like the how many didn't make it out?
3.
Yeah, 3 of them didn't make it out.
I just what yeah, he just says sorry about the other 3 and he like mentions them by name.
The captain, like the
So he says like sorry we couldn't help your XXX.
yeah. So the private like Private Garcia like shakes his head. He looks sad at it. The sergeant says they were soldiers. They knew what they were signing on for. We're not exactly in the job with the best life expectancy.
Mary's just
I
gonna
just
chuckle
think-
and she's gonna say, so you're ready to see combat evolve within the next few days?
She like narrows her eyes. She says, "What do you mean?"
Well, you're not there for the test firing?
Test firing.
I'm gonna strap a rocket on me back and go into the
That's
sky.
also today.
She
His
laughs.
face
She
just
says,
lights up with a
yeah.
very pixelated version of Mary like just jumping off a building and flying away.
The sergeant chuckles. She says, "No, we only got on planet today." Where?
Oh,
We've got a couple of days, surely. I'm sure.
I'm
we'd be able
sure
to make it
the
down.
captain could get you front seats. She's going too, right?
Nods. Yeah. The sergeant says, it'd be interesting to watch. That's for sure. Not exactly something that well, I'm not even crazy enough to try that, and that's saying something.
Would the captain have told Kinsley about the
Yeah.
the jetpack?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay, awesome. She's gonna be the
Yeah. Kinsley would have been like the captain would have said, "Yeah, you're coming along. That's not optional."
fuck yeah. This is history.
Yeah. So they the squad like the sergeant kind of takes a couple of steps back, like back in line with the squad. She said thank you again, and then they all salute. And yeah, turn to leave.
Zai salutes.
Yeah,
his,
Mary's gonna
the,
return the salute.
He gives an AIO salute.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So
I stopped giving fucks.
you guys get a summons to the like Royal Engineers testing facility.
To where?
Fuck yeah.
Couple of hours later, you get a
Yeah. So basically, we go from the ship to the Royal Engineers.
Yeah.
Unless you want to do
Yeah,
something.
Elijah hops on a bike and puts a dog in and goes.
Kinsley
How about
shows
a
up
kiss
in
love
his
for luck?
finest.
Yeah.
Zai's just in his like power armor or whatever, but Kinsley's in her finest dress.
Sure.
Like her, yeah. Like this is a fucking momentous occasion. She's lived through like nearly 50 years of war, and this is big.
All right. So you guys arrive. There's a lot of engineers buzzing about. Like the suits, the armor standing there. It looks different. It looks clean. It has like the thrusters at the back.
Oh wait, yeah, we should get Vincent to paint it.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's all set up. The chief, I can't remember his name particularly, but yeah, the chief engineer guy, the one in charge, steps forward to you, Mary, and says, "It's ready." I still
Oh
can't
my
believe
God.
you're doing it.
There's not a force in the world that could make me not do this.
Cool. So looking out like around the other people who have arrived to kind of observe this, there's obviously all the engineers who worked on it. There's the squad that you saw yesterday. Adrian, is that his name? The prince you're marrying.
Yep.
He's there. Along with a couple of his like brothers. Yeah, they're all sitting there watching, ready. Like there's open field, like good suits there. You ready to get inside, Mary? You ready to get your jetpack?
Before as she starts to step forward, Zai puts his hand on his shoulder and he just looks at the engineer guy and he's like, "You sure that you have optimized the gravitational matrix for the core chamber?"
He's like he like looks at you and says, "We've done everything we can. The only thing that's left now is to, well, gestures
The
for
last
the armor."
test we did yesterday, he just shakes his head.
Yeah, he says, "Well, hopefully this one goes slightly better than the last test, or else, you may be looking for a new squad mate."
I'd rather not see Mary implode today, but yes.
All right.
Well, it all rests on your shoulders, Si. Mary's just gonna chuckle and she's gonna go over to Adrian and ask for a kiss for good luck.
Yeah, he does it.
And she's gonna hug Elijah, pet the dog, and she's gonna step into the armor.
Okay.
I'm recording this, by the way.
Cool. Yeah, there are multiple people, like especially with the
I'm
engineering
going to
who's
be in
recording this.
pain once it goes off, but no, I'm recording it.
Is there like a workstation or something, like something monitoring all of this?
Yeah, absolutely. There's like
Zai's
the
just
suit taped up.
busily, like he's like fussed everyone out of there, and
Yeah.
like he's just taking charge
Oh.
of that.
Yeah, Mary's gonna go into the suit and she's gonna ask if BB has the front row seat.
Yeah, so BB's voice comes through. He said, "Never left the armor. Been here the whole
Yeah.
time."
Oh, that's awesome.
All right.
He says, "Now, Mary, if this all goes spectacularly wrong and we turn into a beautiful firework, I really hope someone's recording this."
Let's just hope
Hands
we
to, like,
stick the landing.
the hundreds of characters cameras surrounding them.
Yeah. Okay, so there's a new set of like heads-up display on the armor. It's linked to like you've got altitude, you've got your pitch, your elevation, that sort of stuff. Your like distance from ground, yeah. So all that sort of stuff. Your airspeed velocity, so you know how quick you're going when you smack into the ground. And yeah, you've been briefed on how to activate this. A voice comes over like a PA and says, all right, Vince, all right, you're private. Sorry, private.
Mary Vincent, standing by.
Yeah, says Reggie, when you are, all of the systems are operational to 100% as far as we can see on our end. When you're ready.
All right. So what do I roll?
Okay. So first things first, make me a luck check, Mary.
Oh god.
Let's hope those gravitational matrix chambers have been stabilized.
Yeah. Let's just make sure that we
I
have
hope
a
not.
9.
I really hope not.
Oh
Okay,
god.
Cool.
Oh, you're
Alright.
fine.
So yeah, you go through the steps. Everything seems to be powering up correctly. So yeah, do you hit go?
Oh, yeah, we hit
Do you
go.
make that button? Okay.
Let's go.
As
Alright.
soon as she takes off, I just start blaring like the Natasha national anthem throughout the like.
So yeah,
speakers,
it's
speakers.
it's definitely more of a jump pack than an actual jetpack.
Yeah.
So you hit the button, it launches you up into the air.
And
Roll
you
me,
explode.
roll me 2d20, please. Okay, you're pushed 22 meters in like whatever direction you were facing. And I need you to make a physical effect save, please.
Oh. That's a fail.
Fuck.
That is
Oh
not
no.
a fail.
And
Cool.
you explode.
So yeah, you land. You feel like some strain on your body. But like for the most part, you're fine. Basically the way it's gonna work, your physical effect save is rolled at a +5 for the work that I did.
Fuck
Oh,
yeah.
so it succeeds.
Yeah, so it's a success. You rolled a 10. And yeah, you're basically hurtled 22 meters. It probably puts you in a like you can see on the heads up that it can you can like set the like trajectory. So it can be high, it can be low, it can be whatever you want it to be. And yeah, it hurdles you 22 meters in whatever direction you are facing. The
So
grav
frog leap.
yeah, the grav actuators like activate properly, and you don't smack into the ground horrifically. It slows you down to enough of a rate to where the power armors, like inbuilt like suspension and power stuff, can actually like sustain the landing. You hit the ground, and make. We'll just see if you can stick the landing. Just because you're not used to it just yet.
Oh, this is the first time.
Yeah, so I'll get you to make a.
Be physical, wouldn't it? Or an athletics check?
Yeah,
Tech
make an
save?
athletics check to see if you can like force yourself into making a landing. You won't have to do this every time. This is just to see if you can like for your first time stick the landing and see how badass it is. Yes, you absolutely stick the landing. So like you hit the ground, the like dirt, grass like goes everywhere. You like stumble slightly, but yeah, you stay on your feet. You don't fall on your face, which is awesome. And BP says, "Well, that went better than expected. Well done, Mary." And yeah,
As
there's
soon as she lands,
a whole bunch of like cheering and like all
Yeah.
that sort of stuff that goes up around the entire like hall, the entire like
But
area.
I hugs the engineer, like the chief engineer, just like who's probably standing right next to him,
Yeah. Cool.
and just like starts screaming like babbling nerd jumbo.
Yeah, Mary's gonna do the fist pump and the victory sign, and you know.
Yeah. Cool.
That's good. That feels good.
Yeah. So that's how it's gonna work. Roll
Wait, so I do a physical effect save every time I do a jump.
Yeah, +5 and 2d20. Roll a tech save, please.
All right. That
Cool.
sticks it.
So yeah, you've got another use of the jetpack. Basically, you can go until you fail one of those tech saves.
And how long's the recharge?
After that, it'll take like a day or two. It'll basically after the tech save fails, it'll take like getting it back on board a place where it can actually get repaired properly.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just
Nope,
trying to
one
make
sec.
sure I have everything in my notes. So
I think that would be Liam's.
physical effect save at +5.
Yeah. Well, you have to get 5 to succeed it. So a 5's a success.
Okay.
You can go max of 40 feet or 40 meters. Is it 40 feet or meters?
Meters, like everything.
Well, no, it's weird. Some stuff in the system aren't meters. Like there's a couple
Nope,
things
it's
that
all
are
meant to
feet
be
and-
meters.
No, I know it's meant to be, and then like there must be typos. But there's like I've read a couple things that are just feet, and it's just confusing.
Just treat it as meters.
Yeah, I know.
But I can control how many 20 meters I can go, right? I
I
don't have to
imagine
roll
if
that
you
again.
like roll a 40, you say I would only like to go 10.
Yeah, if I just
Or-
want to go
or maybe
20.
not.
Okay, sorry about that.
That's a good question to ask, Mary.
Yeah, how
Yes.
much control do I have over this? Like,
Yep,
do I have to
so-
roll 2d20 every time?
Yeah, the 2d20 is your max range, so you can do anything under that. You can set it to be lower than that.
So if he rolls, if he says like he wants to go 20 meters and he rolls a 40, he doesn't have to go 40.
No, he can narrow it back down to the 20. I'll say
Alright,
to add a bit of an element of like randomness. When you want to dial it down, roll a d4, and like that's how many meters you are from that. So like if you're dialing it down, you'll be 1d4 meters away from the distance that you want to be, or over. Yeah.
Alright.
But as everything's wrapping up, I guess walking around and talking like the posh political people, and this was my idea, like because that's what rich people do. I think
Sure.
Kinsley just goes over to Mary and like shakes her hand and congratulates her.
Oh, you want to get into my pants already, eh, Kingsley?
Kid. She just shakes her head and laughs. Good job. It'll be a pleasure working with you.
Yeah. Mary's gonna accept the greeting.
Cool. So yeah,
She's gonna celebrate it with Adrian, of course. Mostly.
Yeah. The main tech guy, so the chief engineer, comes up and he says, Mary, if we could get you out of that armor now, so we can do some post checks. But it all did seem to go well.
Alright, yeah, Mary's gonna climb out of the exosuit and she's gonna say, I want that before I leave, though.
Yeah. She says, he says, if we can do that. And laughs.
Guy's just like he's working with them primarily. Like he's very like focused with that.
Well, you're going tomorrow anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's doing
He's
the
trying
last
to-
checkups.
He's trying to like pretend like he's not going to see like some of his friends ever again. Because he's sad.
We'll probably visit you when the war is over.
If you survive.
Of course we'll survive. I had a psychic view my future, remember?
Yeah.
I'm not so sure about Aaron. They seem to be failing a lot of saves.
You do seem to be failing a lot of saves. I get the impression that if you had been in that jetpack instead of Mary, it would have gone a lot worse for you.
Oh no, I would have died for sure.
You would have rolled like the 2d20. You would have gone like it is, and you would have rolled like a 1 on the physical save, and this athletics check would have just been 1. And
Well,
That'd
that's
be
why
normal,
I didn't do it. Mary did.
yeah. That's why you're the pilot.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I saved my
Um,
rolls for one thing.
So, yeah. Next day, Zaya, you tomorrow, like the next day, you're leaving, Zai. So, is there anything you want to do in your last day with this crew?
Yeah, I mean, Zai just says to each like, are they like, how does he leave? Is it just like see ya, or is like Zai probably gets them all together, like and just like
so
like at the shuttle or
you'll
whatever.
You can probably get an invitation to the Vincent Manor. You can use the dining board, and we can have a nice food thing.
Yeah, there's
Mary probably offers that, and Zai's like, no, that's not my style, Mary. It would
Thank
just
God.
be heavily awkward, and I can't eat the food. Next time.
Well, she's gonna give you a claymore, and she's gonna say, "Here, take this. You'll need it."
Thank you, Mary.
So yeah,
he would just get them together at the docks or whatever.
Yeah, so you're at the docks, and you actually you see Douglas. You've been told to meet at this place. I'm assuming the squad goes with you. If does anyone not go? Like, is anyone not seeing Zai off, or you?
Yeah, Vincent's there. Like, surprisingly, Vincent is there.
Cool.
Yeah,
I mean, they kind of made amends, didn't they?
What was that?
Vincent and Zai made amends.
Yeah.
So everyone's there.
Oh, yeah, I'd only be hungover, not drunk anymore. Now that I'm
Not for long, but she goes.
Okay, sure. So yeah, Zai, there's actually a Velron ship, like a shuttle.
Jesus, we are not a subtle race.
In the dock.
Not anymore.
They used to be.
Two of the
I mean,
two personnel, including, well, I guess 3 personnel. One of them came from the direction you came in. 2 of them come from the ship. They're all wearing like similar armor to you. The one who's coming from the direction you guys came in, like you recognize pretty much straight away. It's like your handler.
it's
basically.
my handler.
Yeah.
I forget what his name is because that was written like 4 months ago or whatever. But...
And then the 2 that are coming from the ship are like, you don't recognize their armors. They're standard, like they're AIO operatives. They're not but you don't know them particularly. What do you do?
I think he like just goes over, like he because they're like family. I think. He just goes over and hugs him and says, "X name. It's been so long. This is all in like Valron, whatever the language is. It's so good to see you. Blah 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 blah." Yeah, just saying hi, and I just want to say goodbye to my squad. I will be on the ship shortly.
You know, he says, I will see you there. And he walks past you onto the ship.
So when Zai goes up to like hug, I'm gonna whisper to somebody. I don't care who, just like everybody in the area in general, just not where Zai and the others are. Asking, were we supposed to bring the general?
What?
No.
That thing. No?
Don't be dumb.
Okay, just making sure. I don't know what's happened recently.
Just lost quietly.
So, yes,
Have you been drinking for the last 5 days?
Does it show?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, you look like shit. You
look like you could use a 7-day shag in a cave.
I don't remember much of anything. The last thing I remember was holding a video camera, and for some reason it was still recording. I don't know why. I still haven't looked.
Once again, you look like shit and you're acting like an idiot.
I just imagine, I don't know, what does that take me to see you having a drunken party somewhere? After the jetpack stuff.
He's just videoing the ground, and you just hear the sound effects of Mary taking off. But he didn't.
I just like forget to turn it off afterwards, or like put it back in my pocket. I'm just like wandering around.
So Zai would, he would turn around and go to the squad and just like shake his head and laugh at that discussion. And he would just like salute them all. It's been a pleasure serving with you all. Definitely been an experience. I thank you. I think is an order. Aaron, get some help. You drink too much. That message.
That's only when I have shore leave. What message?
Yeah, I would check history.
Ah, crap, not
Barely
again.
legible.
And I'm just gonna like, after shaking hands, I'm just gonna like walk off and like search my message history.
Yeah,
so Zai's
you find the messages.
each of them individually.
He sent me a dick pic. He
I'm
literally
glad
said
you
he sent me a
didn't
dick
send me
pic, pretty
that.
much.
I'm glad I did not receive that.
One of the two who came out of the ship. He says like your full name. We need to leave.
Of course, right away. He just salutes again. Goodbye. Maybe we'll see each other again one day. So, maybe not. Good luck in your war.
Elijah just says, "Don't forget to watch that shit I gave you."
I've really been watching it actually. It's very, and then like the guy probably cuts him off again, and then he just.
When like the guy
Interesting.
notices you're starting to go on like a bit of a spiel, he says your full name again. He says, "Now."
Vincent just nods and says, "Goodbye, Zai. It was good to meet you."
You too, Vincent. Au revoir.
You're not French.
And he fucking speaks it though. He leaves.
Okay, sure. So yeah, like the Zai and anyone who like speaks Velron hears as like they're walking to the ship. Hears the ship that is taking us back to like what's your home planet again? Aeneas? Was that it?
Anubis.
Anubis, yeah. He says the ship is taking us back to Anubis. We're waiting just outside the orbit of this planet. We shall depart as soon as we arrive. And they step on board the ship sails up, and Zai departs.
Never to be seen again.
Oh, we'll probably see him again.
Suddenly, 12 years later, he's the leader of all of the Velron.
So,
Fuck, no, that's too
No,
much pressure
more
for
like
him.
he gets assassinated and we solve his murder mystery.
Mary, you have a wedding to prepare for in like 4 or 5 days.
Yep.
There's like you'd know like the formal like traditional stuff for the Natashan like weddings. That's not a problem. You know all that. It'd be more like you have the option as a female military member. You can either attend the wedding in like military, like nice dress, like the mesh dress, basically, or you can actually wear a dress.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask Elijah about what she thinks. So as she rides off into the sunset, I'll probably hang out with her.
So yeah, this can be like a day or two later. Like you have like 4 days before the actual event.
Yeah.
You know what she's gonna
So Elijah, she's gonna be like, "So Elijah, should I be wearing a dress or a uniform?"
do? Isn't it your engagement?
She's gonna sigh a bit and she's gonna, well, true, but
So it should be a dress.
a real dress, like a fancy one. Oh god,
Yes.
I'm gonna have to ask my sister or my brother's wife.
It should be a dress.
Fine, I'll get a dress.
Your brother's
I'm gonna be
wife
wearing
absolutely
one,
does
so
a better
yeah.
dress.
Will you get a dress? Shall we be matching outfits? Can you
I've already
clone
got a
yourself
dress.
into me?
I've already got a dress.
Oh, can I see it?
Liam, could you check Skype?
Yeah, you can see it. And this is it.
Ooh. Yeah, Mary's gonna try and set some trends. She's gonna go with a tiger striped dress or something. I'll probably spend an entire day with the outfitters. Or a day and a half. Maybe 2 days. Hmm.
Is anyone else doing anything at the moment?
So yeah,
She's
Mary-
gonna also ask Elisha about, because her future husband has kind of been spending time with counselors or therapists. So she's gonna ask Elijah what memories we should leave him with before we fly off to do war.
What do you mean?
You know, he's been traumatized a bit.
Just spend time with him. There's not much else you can do.
Isn't it there something extra you can do?
I can do? No. I'm not messing with his
Oh.
brain.
Okay.
It's unethical.
Fine, I'll spend time with him then.
Okay. So yeah, most of the next few days, for you, Mary, are spent, like, at the outfitters, like getting all your clothing prepared, getting all the rest of the like small details, arranged. Most of the invites and stuff have already been sent out. Like they took care of that.
Yeah.
So all your family were invited. They offered you the choice. Like they offered you choice. They assumed you'd say yes. They've already got it all set up. But like whether you wanted the squad there. So yeah, that's already.
She's gonna want the squad there, and she's gonna want a bridal dress with like gun holsters and.
I don't think those exist.
Well,
They-
they
Yeah,
will have
so-
to make
Elijah
one
just
now.
told you to
So-
keep
so
it
when-
classy and not tacky.
So when you say that, she said the like outfitter says we cannot do that. It is not.
Oh
part
damn
of-"
it! Not even a small one, you know, at the hip.
She shakes her head.
Great, fine. I'll go unarmed for the first time ever.
Since you were 12.
Yeah.
6. Okay, so what? So yeah, it goes on through. The rest of the stuff, the rest of preparation goes. There's a lot of buzz around the actual city, the capital, about like the royal wedding, what's gonna happen. There are already like people who like live near the venue, like the actual palace, like selling like seats in their like top floor, like apartments that overlook the event for people to come in and sit down and watch. It's all booked out. People are selling off like space in their home for people to watch. And yeah, they do the rest of the arrangements. You won't see like Adrian. Like the last time you would have seen him would have been the jetpack testing.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have seen him for the rest of the time. He's like setting up his own stuff, dealing with his own like getting all dressed up and crap. The Natasha's a lot like, because a lot of the government runs off the navy. The monarchy holds position in the navy. It's like the British monarchy in that way. So like Adrian has a military rank, so he'd probably be in his nice uniform. Yeah. So what are the rest of the squad doing? Like you'd receive the invites for the royal wedding. What are the rest of you doing in the 4 days?
Staying away from alcohol.
That's a solid idea. I definitely condone.
How are you staying away
Teaching her
from
dog
alcohol?
tricks.
For one, not staying in that the part of town that I usually stick around. I'm actually going, I don't know, just hanging around the malls and such. Just normal places where it
But
would
there's
be
no
very
alcohol?
weird. No, no alcohol, more like where most people would not be drunk or something along the lines. Like a mall where there's tons of people. You
Stay
don't
away from Vincent's
generally-
house. His brother's Russian.
Oh, I'm staying away from there for sure.
So
You're Russian.
Yeah, he's
one
Russian.
one thing you guys would know, the like tradition when it comes to like Natashan like weddings in general is that there's, especially when it's royal, there's a company of it's basically a very military wedding, because of the fact that the member of the royal family has to hold a position within the Natashan Navy or Army or Air Force. Yeah, so
So we're pretty much allowed to wear our dress uniforms if we want to.
yeah, you can all wear your dress uniforms. For those within the like ceremonial parade, in a way, they're all going to be armed, but with like weapons to fire blanks. Yeah, it's all very like weapons are a thing that's like not prohibited, but if you're the people who will mainly be carrying them would be like those in like the ceremonial people like lining the
most likely will
rows.
have a sidearm or something, or not have a main weapon.
Yeah, most military personnel are presumed to have a weapon on them, like just in general. Like that's just a thing around Natasha that's just presumed at this point. They're like most military personnel are probably gonna have a sidearm on them. I mean, like the war, like mainly because at this point the war isn't going well and anything could happen at any time. Like a canal fleet could show up off the edge of Natashan space without warning at this point. Yeah, so most Natashan personnel are armed or have weapons within like an easy reach. Most larger weapons, like there'd be guards and stuff that have weapons, but most of them would be stored in an armory of sorts when the event's actually going on. Apart from those who are in like the ceremonial parade, but most of that is all blank firing weapons.
Would our squad be allowed our weapons or no?
Sidearms, not like rifles.
Would I be allowed my shield?
It would if you had your shield.
Kinsley-
It would be a question of like why do you have it? Although like weapons, like probably your shield and like armor would be kept in like the armory type area, like where like larger weapons and like shields would be kept in that sort of.
Like most
side
likely,
bin.
I'll probably just bring my sidearm and, if I can, my shield.
Is Kinsley allowed to keep her katana?
It's traditional.
Yeah, it's like a traditional weapon.
It goes. Yeah, is
yeah,
it
the-
pretty?
it's like-
Can it be practically used?
It's very ornamental.
Is there valets
The valets.
It goes with her dress.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely,
for the car?
absolutely.
Yeah. Because I'm just
Um,
gonna leave all my guns and shit in my car.
Yeah, the Natashan, like the royals, and you'd know this Kinsey as well. Like the royals and people of rank, normally carry like a ceremonial sword for like formal occasions.
Oh, awesome!
very
So
traditional.
Kinsley actually fits in really well.
Yeah, it's very traditional. It'd be
I
kind of
I
like
keep forgetting I forget it's a Chinese culture.
yeah, it's very like these sort of weddings are kind of a mix between like Western and like Chinese culture. So like they'd all be dressed up.
Sure.
Most of the time, like most personnel there are going to be either in like nice dresses or military uniform. I'd say like 98% of the people there, like 98% of like the people who are there are probably military. Everybody within the royal family, apart from the queen herself, holds rank within the military. So they'd probably all be in their like dress uniforms and stuff, with like the ceremonial, like royal sword, basically, royal set of swords. So yeah, you wouldn't be out of place carrying a katana.
Awesome. Yeah, and it's very ornamental.
Cool. So yeah, is anyone
vowels?
doing anything in the next?
Have you written vowels?
I personally.
This
have.
isn't the wedding.
Oh, it's not. Okay, I know that, but I want to hear Liam and not deliver vowels to each other.
It'll probably be a while. To be fair, in another camp, another South Autonomous game I play in, we've just had a marriage. So that I was best man at and went back in time to find the wife's father.
The game's weird.
It was, couldn't bring him back rules, but yeah. And I've also just married an AI.
Your game's weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, Liam. I'd probably say Vincent's is probably talking to the captain about like how they're going to do everything.
I don't know, like on Sumac or.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. So yeah, you're starting to like map out a plan. You're starting to like figure that out. Yeah.
Also, he sends this to like. Is there a way to like send messages to like not like a global, like a worldwide thing, like to I don't know. Is there a way to send it to, like people from a certain planet or something?
It'd be more like it'd be a lot like posting on like a forum, right?
Like it's
With
all
Sumac.
part of like an advertisement or something.
Yeah, that sort of stuff. Very directed towards people. Yeah.
Yeah. I would guess that like Vincent has probably been spending the last few days talking with his brother and the captain and stuff about what they're going to do, and in the end he ends up sending this out as it's like a military like advertisement thing, but not like sponsored by the military. Does that make sense?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so you're paying for internet ads, like YouTube ads?
Yeah, kind of. I just put it in the Skype chat.
Totally.
That's why I've been so quiet most of the session. Rather than that.
Yeah, cool.
Isn't a lot of their technology kind of not able to do this kind of stuff?
That
Kind of
that
also.
is that would just be like a posting on the internet, right?
It's like an advertisement thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but don't they kind of not have that anymore? Don't we treat them as tech level 0 planets? The blown up ones.
Yeah,
Well, no, because
that's
it still is TR5 technology.
this
like,
is
it's
this
just
was
not functional.
posted. Wasn't this posted like this posted on Natasha, right? Or,
Yeah.
Yeah. This is posted on Natasha.
Like there are survivors in Natasha in space and stuff still.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I thought you
refugees
meant
and stuff
it
in
as,
Natasha's
I
face.
thought you meant it as. Yeah, I thought you meant it. You're posting on Sumex.
Yeah, actually posting on Sumac would be like near impossible at
If
this
he
point.
can, he gets it. Tries
Yeah,
to
it'd be
get Sumac
fucking
as well.
useless.
Yeah. Okay.
Also, is there any way that he could like arrange through the captain to like speak to a high-ranking member of the Natasha military at all? The military, like Navy or something.
It's definitely a thing that can be organized. Whether the like the high-ranking member of the Natasha Navy, like the captain could do it with her influence, right? Because she's almost second in line to be head of the Natasha intelligence agency. But like
Who's first?
the admiral, the one you've seen on multiple occasions.
The one who's already in charge.
Yeah. So she's next in line, basically.
Okay.
The high-ranking member might not be like particularly happy to speak to you, but it's definitely something she could organize.
Yeah.
Back.
I don't know. Like if he can, he'll arrange for a to like see like admiral or something if he can at all.
Okay. So the captain probably organizes it to be like just after the wedding, like when everyone's still grouped up there. Because like most of the high-ranking Natasha Navy personnel who aren't like posted away would be at the event.
Hmm. And plus, then he's already in his fancy suit anyway. But yeah. All right then. That's what Vincent does pretty much.
Okay. Is there anything else? Anything anyone's doing in like preparation for this?
What about my ship parts?
Yeah. So they're still being organized.
Okay.
Like your friend is like setting it all up for you. But yeah, it's gonna take him a little bit more time to actually get them together.
Yeah, no, just as long as I can somehow get it before I leave.
Yeah, you can get it before you leave. Fine.
Okay, other than that, I'm not getting drunk. That's the main thing.
Good job, man. Good way to stay off the liquor.
I'm fighting it so hard right now.
What about all your fantasy friends that you have that might call you and be like, "Hey, you want to come to this party?"
Yeah, no, I just ignore it. I just ignore everything.
It's a very solid option. Alright, so we'll have a quick break here, actually grab a drink, and we'll come back and actually do the formal proceedings of what's about to happen.
Sounds fun.
So what do we what do we still have to do?